Good afternoon, everybody. I'm back, and if you don't know who I am, my name is Beth. So welcome back to my channel. It is July 24th, 2024, and it is about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was just sitting here diamond painting, and I thought I needed to come on here and give you a little bit of review over a book I read. I'll have to put it up here beside me. So let me scoot over a little bit, make sure I have room. So this book is called Miss Austen Investigates the Hapless Milliner, I believe is what Jane Austen, July, and I will link the host down below. The Hapless Milliner, and it is book 1 in this little series. And Jessica Bull and Sarah Colum wrote it, I guess, because, oh, maybe that's the person who read the audiobook. So Jessica Bull is the author, and Jane Austen is trying to solve this crime of who murdered the hapless milliner. And the milliner happens to be, I can't remember her name. Anyway, they're at this ball, and this couple is supposed to become engaged, and before they can announce their engagement, a body is discovered in this closet, and Jane's brother is one of the people guarding it, and so she sees it and almost faints. But anyway, her brother ends up with the dead woman's necklace, and there's something wrong with her brother and one of her other brothers. And if you know anything about Jane Austen, you know that. Because the author does take parts of Jane Austen's life and weaves it in there, even though it is a fictional book. Anyway, the book was really good. I gave it 3 stars because there were some things in it that I didn't really care for. Jane's cousin came to visit, and there was a relationship there that I didn't care for. Not between Jane and her cousin, no. But, and then Jane's love interest, I didn't care how all that went down. I am now reading The Frozen River. I'm almost halfway through that one. I'm reading it physically. And then I am also reading, I'm still reading Shatona Havig's book, Pass Forward, and Funny Story. I just started Funny Story. So when I get one of those books finished, I will come back on here and finish up a review and post this. So just as long as I've got 2 books read, and that way these videos aren't so long. So there you go, and I'll see you for what may be a week will only be a few seconds for you. So till then. Okay, so I finished The Frozen River by Ariel Lahan, And I have to say, this is everything that everybody has been talking about. And I also wanted to address the situation that she said, the author said, that her book is inspired by real events as opposed to being based on them. So then she goes on. She says, don't read the author's note until you've read it from page 1 to the end. I really, really enjoyed this book. It did take me a very long time to read this. It was a buddy read with at least one of my subscribers, and I don't know if the other person ever started it or not. She did pick it up, but whether she starts it or not, I hope she goes ahead and reads it because it is so worth the read. I didn't read last night, but, oh yes I did. I read about 50 pages last night, and today I read the last 78. I mean, it's just, you start reading it and you can just read like 50 pages, and I mean, it is so good. Okay, let me tell you, she doesn't actually find the body. Some guys find the body and they bring it in, and she is called to examine the body, and she determines that it is murder, that the body has been, the person has been hanged. And then the doctor comes in and he contradicts her. So there are other reasons she has decided that this is murder. The river is frozen, so the body had to be cut out. She is a midwife and a healer, and she has 8 kids, and they range in all ages. I think the youngest one is like 8 or 9, and the oldest one is in his 20s. And I mean, and it is just amazing. Paul Revere is mentioned in here. I mean, it's just, the Boston militia is mentioned. It's just so good. And there's this one person in here called Doctor, not the doctor, but there's another person called Doctor. That was probably one of my favorite characters in this book. Oh, I just loved that person. So, I mean, it's so good. It is so good. There are a couple of instances between her and her husband. There is no scenes, but there are a couple things that he says to her, a couple comments that he makes. But they are so in love. I mean, they've been married all this time, and I think like 25, 28 years, something like that, and he is still completely devoted to her and still thinks she's the most beautiful person he's ever seen. And it is just, to me, it was as much of a love story as it was a mystery. I'm just in awe of this book. It was everything I wanted it to be. And I'm so glad I read this physically. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know why I'm coughing. Anyway, so this was such a good book. Okay, so you will have seen that I spun the wheel just before coming on here for this, to review this book. And I have so many book of the month books that I am not getting to. And even though I have 3 on my TBR, I'm adding another one, and it's The Resort by Sarah Oakes. I don't know how you say that. And this is, it says on the front, she thought it was the perfect getaway. This is the one that it chose, and I will be doing this every month now. So, and on the back it says it was a vacation to kill for. And it says, welcome to paradise. We hope you survive your stay. There are 3 rules to follow during a vacation at the famous Koh Sang Resort. Leave the past behind. They're in Thailand. Okay. Always be careful who you trust. And if someone discovers who you really are, run. So I'm going to add that one. I also added My Lady Jane because in order to get to one of the reads that I need for September, I need to read that one because it's the first one in the series. And I added a couple audiobooks because somebody I saw do their book, their TBR for August was they were reading it, and I've been really wanting to read it. One of them is from Vera. It's The Crow Trap. I went and found the audiobook for The Crow Trap. I'm going to listen to it. So anyway, that's enough of that. I'm going to try to get this uploaded. I just wanted to give this book review, and I have already recorded my other book review, which was for Miss Austen Investigates the Hapless Milliner. And so I haven't read very many books this month. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from me, click the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.